Hello everyone, I'm Paul Nickelwire Grimes. Marvel has brought the Fantastic Four to the big screen multiple times before, but to lukewarm response. But the Fantastic Four First Step stars Pedro Pascal, Vanessa Kirby, Joseph Quinn, and Ebon Bachrach as our title heroes, and is a solid relaunch thanks to their dynamic approach. It's in theaters, and I want to talk about it. This is Paul's trip to the movies. The Fantastic Four First Steps continues to take Marvel in a new era as it leads up to next year's Avengers Doomsday. The first half of this film is crammed full of exposition and origin story world building as its writing team assumes that we need a recap on who all these characters are. It's set in 1960s New York City, and the Fantastic Four are four astronauts who boarded this important mission and encountered a cosmic storm. When they returned to Earth, they came with superpowers and became heroes. They're led by Reed Richards, Mr. Fantastic, who's played by Pedro Pascal, his wife Sue Storm, the Invisible Woman, who's played by Vanessa Kirby, Reed's best friend Ben Grimm, the Thing, who's played by Ebon Bachrach, and Sue's younger brother Johnny, the Human Torch, who's played by Joseph Quinn. There's this kind of idyllic sense of community present as everyone adores them and celebrates their groundbreaking accomplishments. All eyes continue to be on them when Sue announces her pregnancy. The good news is quickly halted when the Silver Surfer, who's played by Julia Garner, ascends down to Earth, warning that there's grave danger ahead from this mysterious entity known as Galactus. Director Matt Shakman and his production team have gone all out with this film, giving it that vintage 1960s vibe, which really sets it apart from every other Marvel movie out there. It's smart to see these characters and this story within its kind of own standalone world before they fold them into the rest of this Marvel Cinematic Universe. The world building is distinctly laid out every step of the way, and while it relies heavy on special effects to make all that happen in its execution, it still felt grounded in a tangible reality, unlike, say, Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumanium or Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, which just felt like pure green screen movies. Matt Shakman has a winning cast on his hand. You instantly feel that familial bond between the Fantastic Four as they've built this kind of true rapport and banter between them. They're a tight-knit family as they all help raise baby Franklin and throw jabs at one another along the way. There's a kind of light-hearted humor throughout which really matches that kind of pop of color and just the overall tone of the movie. Vanessa Kirby is an absolute standout in this cast as Sue Storm, as she has the kind of ultra-protective maternal instincts that make her a force to be reckoned with. Joseph Quinn is also quite playful, leaning into that kind of baby brother type with that kind of fiery attitude. And while this film leans heavily into its kind of comic book look and the cast sells these characters, the actual story and the conflict feel a bit undercooked. The first hour races by so fast that there's no time for one scene to really breathe. There are copious montages to keep the audience's attention as it sets up all the world building. Only after baby Franklin is born and Galactus makes him the target does the story really seem to kind of settle in and the high stakes take over. It's jam-packed and yet somehow feels empty at the same time. It suffers from that kind of origin story-itis that we've seen from Marvel time and time again. Matt Shakman has set up a solid footing for these characters, and it'll be a real treat to see how they play into Avengers Doomsday. I'm giving the Fantastic Four First Steps 3.5 out of 5 ticket stubs. If you like my review today, click subscribe on my YouTube channel. I have reviews of all the other Marvel movies and the Marvel TV shows, so check out that Marvel playlist on my YouTube channel. And I'd love to hear from you. Leave me a comment here on YouTube or on social media at Paul's Movie Trip. Are you a Marvel fan? Are you excited about the Fantastic Four? Let me know in the comments. And then go to my website, paulstriptothemovies.com, for even more reviews. Thank you so much for watching my review of the Fantastic Four First Steps. This is Paul's Trip to the Movies.